Hi, welcome to Laid Back Learning and Living. I'm Heather. Today I'm going to go over our 10 essential homeschool supplies. So after our schoolroom tour, we got feedback that that's fantastic. You've been at this for 7, 8 years, so you've accumulated quite a bit. And in the meantime, for anybody who's first starting or just looking at beginning to accumulate some of those basic supplies, what is the bare minimum that's needed? So that's what this list is. It's the 10 essential supplies needed for starting to homeschool. First off, a pair of headphones. Something comfortable for your child, regardless of age. You're gonna get a great use out of these. We use these a lot in our homeschool room when I'm working with one of the other kids and somebody else is doing their phonics lesson, which is on the computer, or my oldest daughter is doing her teaching textbooks and she'll use the headphones. That way we're not hearing anything in the computer, but she's still able to be close by in case she has a question. Next up, number 2 pencils, and not just any pencils, but Ticonderoga. They're worth the little bit extra money. They have a super sharp point that doesn't dull easily. They sharpen easily. They erase great. And best of all, they don't break easily. So these are by far the best pencils. Next up are some kind of a dry erase marker. I really like this U brand that I got off Amazon. We'll have links down below in the description box for all of these supplies. I like these because they have a little eraser on the end, so we don't have to worry about the kids wiping the board off with their clothes or hunting around for an eraser. And these came in a pack, I think, of 6 and were very reasonably priced. To go along with that is some kind of a dry erase pocket. These are available both on Amazon. I purchased this one from the Target Spots Corner during back to school time. They're fantastic for games or for anything where you're needing practice over and over again. I like to put my youngest daughter's name in here and she can practice printing her name many times, and I only have to print that page 1 time, so it saves on both paper and ink. And my oldest daughter will use them for math fact practice games. She also uses it just with a blank piece of paper in here for her math problems. So she has an easy piece of scratch paper basically that she can reuse over and over. And I've had these pockets for many years. They hold up fantastic. Next up is an assortment of highlighters. I really liked these ones because they're a little bit softer muted colors, but we also have the bright ones. I have lots of different colors. They're great for doing our language arts stuff during dictation and copy work. I can have the kids go through and highlight all the nouns in a pink and all the pronouns in a yellow, so on and so forth. It's also great for when my daughter's starting her copy work. I have her just go through and highlight anything that's indented, all capitals, all punctuation marks. And then once we go through and talk about things, again, she'll go through and highlight or mark off those things. That way they stand out to her. Next up is some kind of a clipboard. This makes it super great for anytime you're away from a hard surface. So if your kids want to go do schoolwork outside, or maybe you need to take schoolwork into the car, it gives them an easy surface. You can clip multiple pages to it and they're good to go and can do their school wherever they're at. Next up are some little Postit Flags. These ones are kind of like a plastic and they hold up fantastic. I love using these for bookmarks for when I give my oldest daughter her reader, and I will just mark off where she should be into the next section. That way she knows, oh, I just read the pages between this flag and the next flag. They're fantastic for all of my planning stuff. In my planner, I use them to denote between the different kids. I have them color coded, so I can easily flip to a blue and I know that's my son for anything that he needs. So these are super great and they're reusable for quite a long time. They don't lose their stick very easily. Next up is the ProClick Binding system. This is a fantastic binder. It comes with these little clicking spines and then you have the actual hole puncher and it just slides across, you stick the papers in. You can do about 5 or 6 pages at a time, depending on your paper thickness. And then it just slides across and punches holes into the back. And then you just take your spine and loop it through, and the spine clicks together. It will turn anything into basically a spiral bound so it can lay flat on itself. This is great for binding any kind of curriculums, or I've used it to bind my daughter's stories together with some artwork. I use it constantly for all of our curriculums. Anything that I print out that I want to keep together and organized, I just bind it all. And the spines come in different sizes depending on how many pages you're going to be binding together. All right, last up would be a library card. Books are fantastic, and it's wonderful to accumulate your own home library, but in the beginning, use your public library. Those books can add up very quickly, and by using the public library, you can see what books you're actually going to be using and needing multiple times, and then you could go out and purchase those. I love using the library for our readers or things that we're not going to be using multiple times. So we'll get it, check it out, use the contents, and then we can return it to the library knowing that I'm not going to need to access that information again anytime in the near future. I was so on a roll.
You're on a roll.
All right. Cut. All right. Last one here is some kind of a caddy. So this is a spinning caddy that I had purchased off Amazon. Again, we'll have links down below in the description box. And I've had it for about 3 or 4 years, but it's a great way to house all of your supplies, your markers and colored pencils, pens, crayons, everything all together. And it makes it super easy in case you're leaving your school area, wherever that might be, and you want to take it outside and do schoolwork outside, or maybe over to the dining room or into the living room. You can just take it and you have everything that you need right there with you. I hope you found some of these supplies helpful. These are just the very basics to get you going. Of course, there's going to be plenty of others, but these ones are the essential and work across any grade. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future content. I was like, did I get them all? No.